Social media has affected our lives in many ways. It has allowed us to contact family and friends from near and far, and has also allowed us to make new friends on social media and message people within just a few clicks of a button. It has also allowed us to broaden our horizons and our career paths to things that are really out of the normal, such as being a brand ambassador or a social media influencer. But with the good things that social media has brought to our lives, social media has also had a negative aspect on our lives as well. The National Institute of Mental Health has gone and done extreme research about the extensive use of social media and how it has an effect on our lives and our mental health. The top 3 mental health issues that we have seen from the extensive use of social media have been depression, anxiety, and self-imagery issues. People on social media, such as myself, tend to only post the good things on social media and never really the bad. Now, when some people are viewing this, they tend to compare themselves and take into account that what they are doing, and what it tends to make them feel not good enough, and that can lead to depression. We have used social media so much that we have tend to forget how to communicate with people in real life, which can lead to anxiety when speaking to people in real life. Within these years after the COVID quarantine, we have been so used to talking and speaking to people through Zooms and computers and messages through our phones that we tend to forget how to speak to people in real life. And some people tend to veer off and just not speak to anybody anymore in general because of the feeling that they get and the anxiety that they get from having to speak to people in real life. And that can lead to things such as just anxiety in general, or a different branch of anxiety called social anxiety. The problem with social anxiety is social anxiety can also lead to problems in finding a career path when we get older in the future. And that is because one of the keys of personal development for a job is communication. The study also goes into details about how people are so worried about the feedback that they receive online, which can lead to the way that we see ourselves and the way that we view ourselves, which can also lead to self-imagery issues as well. The constant look of being worried about the feedback can also lead into distractions and procrastination when it comes to things that we do in our everyday life, such as homework or just doing the laundry. A study conducted in the Journal of Pediatric Nursing found that students cannot conduct any kind of homework without picking up their phone within 2 minutes and being distracted by it, which shows us the endless loop that social media has had on us as a whole within these past few years. If we lessen the use of social media, it will enhance our performance, our work ethic, and attention span while doing homework. Social media is not going anywhere anytime soon. And instead of allowing it to impact us in a bad way, we can change our habits and make it affect us in a good way. One way is to take a look into your following and be mindful of what they are posting and see if it is affecting you in a good way or a bad way, or making you compare the way that you feel about yourself. And if it is making you feel bad, then you should just give it an unfollow maybe. Another way is to turn off your notifications while studying, or even turning off your phone in general until your schoolwork is done, or just putting it somewhere that's across the room until your work is done. You can also limit your screen time and be mindful of how much time you are spending on your phone and spending in real life, instead of just spending all of your time on your phone. Though social media has had a very big impact on the life that we live today, it isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And instead of allowing social media to impact us in bad ways and impact our social media and the way that we view the world in bad ways, we can take steps and take ways to allow it to affect us in good ways instead.